Very interesting exotic ornamental tree introduced in University of Jammu. If we look at the foliage, then we appreciate the leaf is basically a compound leaf. It is imparipenate. The number of leaflets is odd, so it is called imparipenate. And then each leaf, compound leaf, is opposite. Rather, it is opposite decussate. First, leaf appear. If it is in this direction, other will be in opposite direction. So at each node, we find two leaves born oppositely, rather in opposite decussate manner. And the stem has very unique lenticels. And each leaflet is elliptic. And it has small stalk also. As leaves are opposite decussate and each leaf is compound, this is the feature of family Bignoniaceae, to which Dashmul tree Shionaka belongs. Oroxylum indicum is the Dashmul Shionaka tree used in Ayurvedic formulations. But this particular tree which I am now referring is alien to India. It is exotic to India, and this is native to Angola, Tanzania, Zambia, and introduced in India as the ornamental tree, as tree wears very fascinating pink red tulip like flowers. Now I am able to focus buds at the terminal end of a branch, and these will lead to the formation of flowers later in spring season and summer. And this tree, because of the shape of the flower which looks like bell shaped, has been named as African tulip tree. So this tree with opposite decussate compound leaves is Spathodia campanulata in botany. Otherwise, common name is African tulip tree because of tulip-like blossoms which grow in abundance in profusion at the top of the branches, having 4 stamens and petals are fused to form a asymmetric bell-like structure. So flower is zygomorphic with 4 stamens. Ovary is bilobed, so it belongs to bicarpellity as per Bentham and Hooker classification. This particular tree is also named as the Nile flame, as this particular tree is found in the locations very near to Nile river in Africa. So it has been named as a Nile flame. It is also named as Nandi flame because of fascinating decorative flowers. This is also named as Uganda flame. And another interesting name is based on the very unique ampule-like water-filled flower buds. So it has also been named as skirt tree, because if we press that ampule-like floral bud, some sap-like juicy secretion will be thrown out with a force. So it has got another name, syringe tree, African syringe tree, or tulip syringe tree, or African skirt tree, SKUIRT, which can skirt the inside filled water sap when some pressure is applied. So children in India and even in Africa, they play with the flower buds and throw the inner fluid on each other. So it has got another name as a ragtura in Hindi. And from a distance, the flower color and flower profusion at the end of the top of the tree looks like palash, but this has been named as a Rudra Palash in honor of Lord Shiva in a Rudra Roop. So in India, this particular plant is introduced decorative, and we have got many Hindi names. In Bangladesh, especially in West Bengal, this is named as a Rudra Palash, sometimes named a Raghutura in Hindi. Another fascinating name is Pichkari. Why Pichkari? Because of the water contained inside the floral buds, which are used as water pistols. Water pistols or water pistons by the locals during the Holi festival, the festival of colors. For a botanist, it is not confusing. It is easy to distinguish the simple leaf and compound leaf, but for others sometimes they confuse. So this one is leaflet. This is one leaflet. This is not a complete leaf. This is complete leaf. From this up to this, it's one complete leaf, and these are called as the leaflets. And how to see that it is simple or compound? Because at the leaf axis, from where it is a mother axis, and this is the leaf stalk, petiole, and at the axis there should grow something. So here we are able to see some growth. New shoot, new leaf, it may be a flower, a fruit, something. So whatever is below, that is considered as one leaf. So here I am able to see, so it is one leaf, because here I am unable to see. Here I am unable to see. So this cannot be considered as one leaf, rather it is a leaflet. And from this portion up to the end leaflet, terminal leaflet, this is one compound leaf. So that is the character. For example, in this is Ashwath or people, this is single leaf, simple leaf, because here in the stalk we have some growth. Here also some growth. So this whole structure is one simple leaf. This is simple leaf, but in a Ragtura or Rudra Palash, which is also known as Pishkari tree or African tulip tree, the leaves are compound, as we find in Shivonaka, the small tree, Oroxylum indicum. So it is the same family, this particular tree, which it shares with Oroxylum indicum, broken bones tree. This particular tree has very soft wood and almost sometimes infested by many insects belonging to different orders like Hymenoptera, Thysanoptera, Hemiptera, and even termites infest the trunk. So the wood is of not much use, although it is used in some carpentry works and for making boxes. But wood is soft and not durable and not a prized timber. Floral splendor attracts many birds. For example, the hummingbirds, they come and sip the sugary fluid inside the corolla, basal part of the corolla. This also attracts many other birds like Jacobin, even sometimes flower peckers, even sunbirds, especially when it is flowering. I am unable to show you the flower at this time, but this particular tree, botany named as Spathodia campanulata. Why it has been named as Spathodia? Again, we have to look at the flower. If I am able to show you one flower, then you can see the calyx has a spathious like structure. It is a kind of bract, fleshy bracket, so it looks ampule like, and that particular shape has earned it the generic name Spathodia, having spathious floral bud. I am able to see immature floral buds, and I think somewhere one flower is also there. If I can show and focus, yes, this is unique. Yes, see, there are brownish flower buds which look like ampule. They are filled with some kind of watery fluid, and near to those brownish floral buds, I am also able to show you one single flower. This is tulip-like flower of the tree, which has earned its name as tulip tree. Although it is very at top of the branch, I am unable to show it clearly here. But this particular flower is bell-shaped, and it looks like bell, so it has been named as after the campanulate type of floral type, as campanulata species. So this is Spathodia campanulata, aptly named as African tulip tree, as it is native to Africa. It is exotic to India. But I am also able to see some of the birds which take shelter in the twigs. This is the Shivalik region, and a very scorching summer, and followed by the heavy rains during monsoon time. So I find this particular tree not that adapted to the conditions, and mostly infested with the termites, and wood gets rotten early age. And these trees, which are about 40 or 30 years old, and some of these trees might be 50 years old. There, for example, this particular tree seems to be quite old, maybe 40 plus years or 50 years old. So, but these two trees, which were earlier very tall trees and having the stout trunk, now almost the trunk is gone and new shoots have come up. So the old trunk is worn out. So it has been rotten and ultimately perished. And whatever we are able to see, these are the new coppice shoots, Spathodia campanulata. So the bark, leaf, flower extract is used in the treatment of malaria in Africa. Also used in the treatment of diabetes. This is also used for the cure of other human ailments. Flower buds are used like water pistons. It's very useful ornamental tree which provides nectar, sugary secretion, sugary sap to many visiting birds. And this particular tree has gone invasive in Australia, rather declared as invasive tree species in Australia under the Land Protection Act. This has been introduced in Brazil also, but there again it is exotic. So its native habitat is Africa, around the river Nile. And this was found by the Europeans during 18th century along the Gold Coast in Africa. And this particular tree, a Rudraplash, a Ragatura, or Pichkari tree, is seen in profusion and decorative flowering at Tirupati, Tirumala, Devasthanam in Andhra Pradesh. It has also been planted in Raj Bhavan, Jammu, and then it was introduced in new campus, University of Jammu, where we are able to talk about this tree. So there are about 10-15 trees around the Dhanvantri library, as well as near history department. And this Spathodia campanulata tree has close association with the termites, insects, hummingbirds, sunbirds, and also used in the folk healing practices. This tree is lesser known. I am unable to see even the nameplate, and many youngsters might be passing under the tree without knowing which tree is this and what unique features segregate it from other trees, similar trees. So all these tree trunks which were looking healthy were not healthy. They have almost rotten and then cut. And whatever we are able to see here, this is one, but again the stem has been worn out, rotten, this one also. So this will also perish. So it is that way not recommended, but wherever it is planted, it cannot survive for long. But soft wood provides very good nesting place to many birds like barbets, woodpeckers, coppersmith, brown-headed barbet, Silopogon jalanicus, Silopogon hematocephala, and woodpecker, Dinopium bengalans, and flower provide nectar feast to many visiting birds like sunbirds here and hummingbirds elsewhere, because we don't have hummingbirds in Jammu. So this unique tree I wanted to include in today's 1429th tree talk, as tomorrow we will be celebrating 1430th tree talk in Environmental Park, Raika, where the trainees from Meera Saab School, forest trainees, they will be coming to educate themselves with the flora of Shivaliks. And what are the techniques to identify the species. And on Monday, that is 18th December, we will be holding taxonomic tree talk interaction with the graduate students, postgraduate students of SUQUAST, Shri Kashmir University of Agriculture Sciences and Technology, Chatta, Jammu campus, and that will be 1430 first tree talk. And the other day, on 19th December 2023, we will have the anniversary day tree talk. Rather, we will be celebrating 13 years of biodiversity awareness through tree talk interactions. And that day we will be organizing interactive session 1432nd tree talk in Indian Institute of Integrative Medicine, which was earlier named as Regional Research Laboratory, Jammu. Founded by then founder director, Colonel Ramnath Chopra, who did commendable work on the medicinal plants of Jammu and Kashmir, and he was the first director. After that, many directors came. C.K. Atal was one, Professor Qazi, and present Zabir Ahmad. Each and every scientist has appreciated the tree talk campaign and the coinage of new scientific terms and expressions. Rather, in the year 2007, Indian Institute of Integrative Medicine was the venue of coining the new scientific terminology in 3 languages, Punjabi, Kashmiri and Dogri. So, where my work was appreciated by then director, Dr. G.N. Qazi. And tree talk campaign has been patronized by director Ram Vishwakarma, starting from the year 2018, and many foundation days or anniversary day celebrations were held either in the Chatha campus or main campus, IIM Jammu. So all youngsters who find time, who are able to spare time, they are requested to join the tree talk session in Raika Environment Park tomorrow on 16th December, Jammu, Narwal, and on 18th in Squast, Jammu, Chatha campus, and on 19th December 2023, Tuesday, in Indian Institute of Integrative Medicine, where many tree talk enthusiasts are expected to join the green get together, and they will display innovative cuisines, beverages, forest fruits, and medicinal plant products. So everybody is requested to join and know the biodiversity which we see around, and how the trees, the plants, medicinal plants, the edible plants, they are connected to our health and economy.